But next up on the track will be the women's 200-metre ambulant. Sophie Patton, Brianna Coop, Paige Greco, Ella Party, Tarita Isaac, Isis Holt, Tamsin Colley and Carly Salmon. 7.66 there for...
So it was an improvement.
Was an improvement. He'll move up a little bit in those positions. Oh, actually, no, we're saying 6.
Yeah.
Angus Gould up next. He's got a 6.69, so I'm sure now he'll be hunting down. 7.75 is what he needs. Well, actually, he needs more than that because Shem has 2 7.75s. That's on a count back.
He's only got 1, so he needs another jump over the 7.75s.
He did like it.
Yeah, you can't see it there at the moment, but the white flag's gone up. So we'll bring that to you. But as we go back to the track, we've got Isis Holt up against Ella Party again. So we saw them in the 100, along with Erin Cleaver, the medalist from Rio in that relay team. But no Cleaver in this one, but Isis Holt, Ella Party up against each other.
Oh, 7.83.
7.83, he's done it.
Only 1 centimetre from third place, and Lee Madcock up next. Off and running again on the inside. Patton, Coop, Greco, Party, Isaac, Holt, Colley and Salmon. And Ella Party, she moved home late in that 100, but now she's going to enter the home straight with a big lead. Fellow Rio Olympians Tarita Isaac and Isis Holt there, but Ella Party with a very, very big lead. She's a strong athlete, very fast in these later stages. Fighting into this headwind. There's a little bit of rain out there as well. But it's going to be Ella Party. She'll take line honours in this race. Just in the middle there of the 28s. 28.64. The wind a negative 5.1.
Oh.
While I look down the long jump, they get a plus 2.1. Oh. I don't know what's going on here. They were right next to each other.
The stands, obviously the way the stadium is constructed, it must shelter the long jump run up just slightly. So obviously where the wind gauge, if you look where the wind gauge is on the straight there for the track, it is out on the infield, so there is a bit of distance if you look between where the two wind gauges are. The wind gauge for the long jump is actually on the outer side of the
track.
So it
always must be on the left-hand side of the athlete's direction that they're facing. So obviously they are running in opposite directions, so a positive for one will be a negative for the other. But yeah, it's a little bit more sheltered than the 100. And we've got Shemai James, 7.75, needs to get 7.83. Looks like Lee Madcock won't improve on his 7.84, just to pop up with a 2.79. So I don't think that'll trouble the leaders. Here comes Shemai James. Oh, that might be all right.
Yeah, I think he likes this one.
He's happy with it. And Tamsin's down there with your top 3 in the women's ambulant 200.
I am down here with the top 3. Ladies, Ella, you got off to an absolute flyer. Very strong bend. Thank you. Do you feel like that's what you've been working on? Because you were strong into the front straight as well, but your speed looks like it's the best it's ever been.
Absolutely. It's my coach's job to do it, so I followed the instructions.
I think you did it brilliantly. It was a great job, Ella. Tarita, that was a fantastic run as well. You'd be pretty happy with that?
Oh, yes. Well, not many 200s this season, and yeah, that'd be good.
What was your goal for the rest of the year in terms of events?
My main event's the 400, so qualify for that for World Champs. Done a few, so and then progress from that, and also for World Champs trying to qualify for the 200. Yeah. Done one there, so hopefully see what happens.
So you'd want to do both the 2 and the 4 at the World Champs later this year?
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, but definitely 400.
Well, your speed looks pretty good. Have you been working on your speed as well, like Ella?
Yeah, I've been working on my speed and a bit more technique side of things. So, yeah, I think it's improving, and my results are sort of showing it.
Brilliant. Well, good luck for the rest of the year. Now, Isis, those conditions look pretty tough out there. Was the headwind a bit of a struggle towards the end of that 200?
Yeah, absolutely. It was the same for the heat. The conditions weren't great, but we definitely went out there and ran a pretty hard race. So, yeah, it was all right.
Now, I know as an able-bodied athlete at the end of a race, when you start to get lactic acid, it's really difficult. When you've got cerebral palsy, and the lactic kicks in and you've got a massive headwind, how do you, I mean, it's maybe naive to ask this, but how do you keep on your feet?
Yeah, it is quite scary, and it takes a little while to sort of figure out. I know it always used to be something that I struggled with a lot. I guess in the end it becomes more of a, focus on staying upright and tall rather than anything else, and that tends to help keep you on your feet. But when you've got a wind pushing at you in the opposite direction, it definitely makes it tricky.
I tell you what, like, it was a headwind so tough. We don't look at times, but great training one, ladies. Well done.
Thank you.